Okay, sure, guys. Now that we are here, I think we're looking for GBP USDJPY. There's something strange about USDJPY with the ups, yeah? Damn, this pair damn likes ups. It reminds me of Nas back in I think it was 2001. No, I think 2020. 2020 was hella nice. We had ups after ups after ups after ups. We would see 1,000 movements, man, in just less than a quarter. It would be crazy up in there. So now that we're here, we're looking at USDJPY. Some of I hardly look at USDJPY. I think the last trades that I've had were very very long time ago. Let me see this. Yeah, these were some of my last previous trades all the way back there. Still looking for consolidations and all of those things, and yeah, but I didn't have much runnings with it because I think it gave me a lot of anxiety because it had a lot of buys in it. So unlike like bonuses and all of those things, you can see if we go all the way back. So I'm not gonna be putting new trend lines again here. I'm hoping that this time around I can be able to just cruise through the USD JPY, and then after this, I can quickly go to Nasdaq so that we continue where we left it off yesterday. Because I don't think it's gonna be very conducive for us to produce more and more and more videos while we still can continue from where we left off last time, right? Cool. I think here, let's forget the rest of the data because this data was relevant to make moves around this area. So in this regard, I feel that the focus should be here to be able to make moves around this area. So we're looking at this one to make sure it gives us a better clarity for this one, right? So we're gonna go back in daily. Um, let's look at what daily has for us. Okay, one of my devices is running a bit low, so I'm gonna try to make this quicker because I'm using an external sound recorder, right? Okay, you know what? Flip it. I'm gonna do this. Right, we're gonna look for our swing high. Gonna look for our swing low. Gonna look for a next support and resistance level, and then we're gonna look at an overall direction. Let's go with this one. Sorry about that. And then we're gonna put our trend line to see what the trend is telling us. Guys, I'm also learning two things, right? I think one of the secrets behind trading, or for anybody to become the same way success is like, it's a mindset thing. And until you get to that stage where you realize it's a mindset thing, you're not going to be able to make it because you will always try to look for secrets behind trading, secrets behind making you a successful trader, secrets behind making you a profitable trader. You're always going to be looking for keys, special something somewhere out there in the market. There is no such thing. There isn't any holy grail for this thing, right? Cool. So we have this in daily. I wanted to break it down at least a bit more. So that with currencies, I don't mind breaking it a bit more because again, because of how they move, they tend to take time to reach their point. So sometimes it can still be nice to get a very short move to exit and short move here and there to exit. It's completely cool because sometimes I would, when initially I started trading currencies, I went in with 30 minutes time frames because it was easier to just get in at one session and then before even the next session started, you already exited. So this one, you saw we started trend lines from scratch. We decided to flip just to make things easier. So we're going to have this retest here. If it goes down, it's going to retest somewhere around here to go up there. Because here, as we can see, there's a bit of resistance. So it's a resistance level. We're probably going to see it much clearer when you go to a smaller time frame. So we have our three touches here. 1, 2, 3. So we have all this going all the way back there. So we also have this trend going upwards because we have up and then it formed a lower high, higher high, lower high, higher highs. It broke our lower highs and then it continued to go down, but here met with support from a previous low. So here it was our new lower low, lower high, a higher low. Now we have a higher high, hoping that at least it could come somewhere around here. There's a bit of strong resistance somewhere around this area. So I shouldn't have put this one here, but it goes along with these ones here because there's three touches on top of them as well. So I think in a smaller time frame it would make more sense as to why there could potentially be a resistance level here and here, because from a smaller time frame, from a bigger time frame, it would seem like a small movement, but from a bigger time frame you will get to see it's actually a couple of moves ahead to that particular area. So now let's go into 4 hours. I feel that 4 hours should be able to give us. So now we have 4 hours. You see, when I say this, potentially it can be a resistance level. And after it breaks here, we're going to this particular level, right? But this still has to pass this one because there was a bit of consolidation here, which if it failed, after it failed to go up, it went all the way down. So simply because of this consolidation, I remember on the first video I also said use your current consolidation to see how it relates to the previous consolidations as well, because sometimes where the price was stuck, right, it might not be the previous high or the previous low, but there where the price was a bit stuck, sometimes before it does a continuous back up there, it usually contracts again where previously it contracted maybe about 2 to 5 sessions ago, or even 5 to 10 days ago. It could potentially create the same system whereby it follows through from the previous pattern, right? So because of that small consolidation that we have to take to consideration that there was this. So when it gets here, it might contract a bit and then continue to go all the way here. But for me to avoid to make things a bit complicated, let's rather forget about this contraction and look at this next high that we have. So if it breaks here, it means it's going all the way there. But if it fails to break there, it might come back, get a little down to retest here, and then continue to come back there. So what we have might be a little something like, okay, I don't know why okay, no, I think I'm also exporting some of my other videos as well. So I think my system is a bit slow. So but yeah. So but what we have here would be this, right? And then we're gonna have this from here to there. Now, very straightforward, very simple. We don't need to complicate so many things around this thing. So if you're looking for buy opportunity, either you wait for it to break above here until such time you wait for at least for a smaller retest so that it continue to go up with it. So for now, this one, we're just going to leave it at this. I wouldn't necessarily enter on it, so we're just going to be monitoring it for the next few minutes, few hours or so. So this one, let's also keep a signal for this as well. I most of the time prefer to keep signals for these things because it helps when later, when you have to do your own analysis, you get to see what really happened and how things work and all of that. Okay, I think this I'll see a bit later. It's fine. Yeah. So we have this going all the way down, going all the way up. So this is the formation we're going to be looking at for the rest of the day with regards to this chart. Um, bear in mind the arrows are not on the thing, ne? So I'm going to remove them. They are not on the chart itself. They are on the Zoom session I'm using to record this video. Yo guys, my system is so slow currently at the moment. I apologize for that because I'm still exporting some of the videos to make sure that you guys get all these things in time. So we have that for GBP USDJPY. So let's go in 1 hour time frame just to look for our entries. I think 1 hour, hence I always say to people that 4 hours and 1 hour are almost the same. They're just showing you it might take 4 hours to just get there and 1 hour to get there, you know. But anywho, so we're still waiting for this to confirm for us. Is it going to try to retest lower first before it continues to go up all the way there? So now you see why the previous consolidation was very important. In 4 hours, it's even more clearer as to this could potentially be our previous. Let me put this trend line here. As you can see, the last time it went up in 1 hour, it retested somewhere around here to continue to go up to this one, went back down there. So with currencies, you can try to chop down your trend lines for as little time as you possibly can, but make sure that you give it enough range, at least so that you don't find yourself taking 2 pips and forcing yourself. The reason why I also say that it's okay to do that, one, it's not volatile, so it doesn't move crazy like your indices and your Nasdaqs and all of that. Number two, it does respect most of the setup. So I can say roughly around 80% of the setups I've seen on Forex it has respected than it does with your indices on other commodities. And then one thing I've also taken note of is the mere fact that even if you hold with currencies, it usually gives the retest short-term movements within the long-term movements that you're looking for. So you can capitalize on those short-term movements. Hence, the closer the trend lines would be able to show you the shorter movements than the longer ones. But yeah, so we got this thing here. So we are in here. So, but it seems like it's showing a very strong up momentum, yeah? Because if I was to put my box here for consolidation, it would be here. In all honesty, it would have been here. It would have been there. However, because we have this drop that came from there, let's just cover this one. It's not a bad move since considering it can move all the way down there. So currently now we're waiting to see if we're going to move above or below this box while we're still using this trend line here. So if we move below, it's going to be a sell. at least to somewhere around this area. Our first sell block is here. So our first sell block is going to be here. The second one is going to be somewhere around here. And then with buy, we're going to have the first one somewhere around here. And then this is going to be the second one. So currently we're waiting to see how the session ends so that we can decide if we're going up with it or if we're going down. As you can already see here, it's already at 0.22%. So it means it's been positive the whole day. So let me see. Yeah, because it didn't start there. It started from here. Actually, this came from here. So this could potentially have been a retest of this one from here. I did not even notice that. I assumed this was a data from a previous day. Oh no, it actually is. Yeah, because from today we've had all this up happening here. Yeah, from morning. So yeah, but it's still a continuous from this because this was just only yesterday. Been going up all the way. So this, I'm correct by saying this could potentially be a retest for it to continue to go by. So it's very important for you to wait for it to finish here. But I'm saying if it breaks here, at least it's supposed to come back to retest here, doing an M formation. You see, structure is very important. So even with this, it will help you to see if there's any chart patterns that are forming there. So I'm noticing a bit of an M formation can come all the way here. You know what? Let's take it as an M formation. Let's look at how this candle closes and let's regard this as an M formation. So also like Euro, GBP, GBP, JPY, GBP, USD. We're gonna wait for it, like we're gonna do the USDJPY. So I'll give out an update later during the day on how it went. So let's quickly jump into NAS. Problem is I can't use any I prefer the under one. So we're back on baby Nas. We're back on baby Nas. Okay, I'm seeing double bottom yana, Clistinyana somewhere around here. So yes, right? Guys, don't forget that I did say on the lower time frames we're looking for 2 touches or more. So we're not doing anything unless we have 2 touches or more. So let's not forget those things. Because sometimes when we do these videos, we hardly get to remember those things because now currently I'm fully focused on this. I'm fully fleshed inside, and then I get to forget that there could potentially been some of the things that I didn't mention there, and then you guys are going to ignore them. The reason why it's important to have a trading plan. Trading plan is important for you to be able to analyze. So we'll talk about the trading plan and the best way to make a trading plan over the weekend, because I feel that I don't want to bombard you guys with information. We're busy with analysis, and then now we're gonna be busy with all of those crazy things, right? Cool. So with NAS, here's what I'm seeing. Okay, let's go on a bigger time frame. We're gonna start on daily as well, so you guys see where we initially started. So we have a complete analysis on Nasdaq when we got this thing. All this, so go check our previous video and see how we got all this formation that we got here, right? Cool. So we had all these moves happening, going all the way down, going all the way up on our daily time frame and all of that. So with Nasdaq, I wouldn't necessarily recommend you doing this. You see there's 2 trend lines from a smaller time frame. It's just to confirm a smaller entry nyana, at least earlier on nyana and whatnot. But Nasdaq, if you guys know, it moves it moves. I mean, look at this. This was just 2 days. So this right here is nothing. You can literally get a candle, one candle covering all this, all the way from here to here. So be careful of that, right? So if you do this only if you're looking for entries, trying to get sniper entries and so forth. Because I can't say I don't have, whereby I do kind of bombard Nasdaq with a lot of trend lines so that I can get that sniper entry. But doesn't happen quite often with Nasdaq. So here's what we have. We have here our first touch at the top. And now that we have our first touch, we should now assume that this is a resistance level. So it should come back somewhere around this area so that we continue to go up with it, right? But potentially, because we also have the small uptrend forming within the uptrend that we currently have. So we can easily say we have this trend up here again. So also know that you can have a trend within a trend. The same thing I said, that a chart pattern can show you an inverse, a reversal or something, but long term. So if you look at it from daily or 4 hours, it can show you that there's still momentum for you to go up all the way. But during that particular time, if you go in 1 hour session, you get to realize there's a temporary sell that you're going to find before it retests to actually continue up in that direction that you saw in a bigger time frames. So let's take notes of these things and take accountability to always write every trade that you have. You write every move that you have. You write every loss that you have, so that you keep up with understanding as to why did I have a loss? Why did I have a gain? Because people tend to take gains and not realize or not want to write down as to why they had gains. They only want to do that when it's losses, as to why did I lose. You also have to figure out why did you win, so that you can continuously doing what you did right the first time when you won. So we have this forming there. But this trend line here, I'm not going to keep because I feel that it's very unnecessary. I was just showing you as to why am I going to consider this as a support level for it to continue to go back up. Because we're still looking into reaching somewhere around this area as our previous high. So this one I'm going to add. You see? There it is. Now, let's go get it in a lower time frame. Let's go with 4 hours first. You see? Very perfect, very clean, very simple, easy to understand. Because you see, when I put in this trend line, it's already showing that if it fails to break above here, it means it's going to be continuous to get somewhere around here. And we're already seeing a very strong sign here with this rejection that we're seeing here. So if I can make it like this to be a bit bigger so that you guys can be able to see it better. You see? So yesterday we had the support, came all the way here. It was about 1% drop that we had, and it wanted to go somewhere around here. But it failed because it rejected somewhere around here. With that rejection, we at least expected to get somewhere around here, forming double bottom. After double bottom, it does confirm to us that it's a now long-term buy. So for you to also understand patterns, it will also help you to predict where the future is going, so that you know after that, why would it do that? It would do a double bottom, because double bottom usually means reversal. So would mean now, because this confirms more sells. So we have this as a contraction. We have this as our contraction. So now that we have this as our contraction, we're waiting to see if we're breaking above here, going upwards with it, or if we're breaking below here and going downwards with it. And it's as simple as that, guys. We don't need to be complicating things. We don't need to be looking for any holy grail and whatever. But with Nasdaq, be careful of one thing. Time frames are very important, and time session or trading sessions
are very important. Nasdaq massively moves anytime after 3:30. And if you're looking for sell opportunities with Nasdaq, please don't go for sell opportunities after 5:30 with Nasdaq. Nasdaq will give you sell opportunities, beautiful sell opportunities, anytime after 12 o'clock. So it's going to be between 12 to roughly around 4:30. It can give you good sells. And then somewhere around 5:30, it's either starting to retest to continue to go down, or it's already turning around for that up day. If you look at every buy that a person has entered with Nasdaq at 5:30, about 70% of those buys have gone right, simply because after or during the time it's about to open, it usually has dropped. So you would see your resistance starting to happen at around that time. So hence it's very important for you to take note of that the first 2 hours before it opens and the first 2 hours after it opens, it's usually for sale opportunities if there isn't a strong buy. But if there's a strong buy, it usually means it will continue to go up with it from the buy that it started. So if it was going up all the way in the morning, around 3:30, it might do something small like this, and then after that continues to go up. And that's what Nasdaq usually does. So it might break off from those kind of type of movements every now and then. But bear in mind, about 70% of some contracts is going to keep. So if it breaks, doing it at 2 o'clock, today might do it later. But let's just say at 5:30, it might just have that last buy before it does the sell, if it failed to do the sell earlier on. But go do back testing on this chart. Try to figure out as to how much of sell has Nas done. What time did those sell happen, and all of those information that I've just mentioned now. And then also don't forget to use percentage. Remember yesterday we had our first buy at around 1%, and then it went to 1 and something percent, and then I entered the second trade. Both of the trades, because it returned somewhere around negative 30, I think it was 40, not 30 something, it was 40. It got back to somewhere around 40, so I got to eat with 0.80% worth of movement, which was very good. So I'm seeing almost similar pattern here, right? We have a potential of it hitting another 1%, but we already in the negative, so it's on negative. It got to negative 50, negative 0.50. So here at negative 0.50, if it was already a time for me to enter, still a bit early, but if it was time for me to enter, I would have considered already my first buy here. My take profits would be here. So I would have considered my first buy here, and then my second buy would be somewhere around here for it to continue to go up. So that could be a move that can hold. Okay, with Nasdaq could be in a day, because yesterday I actually assumed the trades I was in I was gonna hold for almost a day, but I didn't even do that. So with all of this, we're seeing a very strong possibilities of a sell. So we're gonna wait it out until past 3, and then around past 3 we're gonna start seeing if we're gonna be getting more sells. Okay, I have my daughter who just jumped in the room. She doesn't even knock, guys. She just jumps in. But she got me a sweet, so thank you, my baby. Love you.
I love you.
So yeah, boss lady was here to deliver my sweets, and I'm very thankful to her. So I got some energy now to lie to you some more. But yeah, let's continue, guys. So we have this consolidation here. So we're gonna wait for this consolidation to complete. I'm not much of a seller when it comes to Nasdaq. I'm mostly a buyer. So I even look for small buys within bigger sell trends. However, I wanna start being able to jump in sells. Sells gives me anxiety. I'm only able to do them in currencies and other pairs. But when it comes to Nasdaq, I think it was because of the fever that we went through in 2021. Because in 2020, no, in 2020, because in 2021 we kind of suffered because of that mentality, especially in the beginning of 2022 was a bit hectic. Late 2021, early 2022, because of the whole buying mindset. So, but I've learned to spot sell opportunities, but within those sell opportunities, I look for buy. So for me, I would genuinely wait for it to get here and then only take buy opportunities here. Or if I took an early trade, I would have my first trade be very small so that if it goes around here, whatever loss I'm in, I will look at how much I'm trying to make. So if I have a loss of 200 bucks and I'm trying to make 1,000 bucks, it means my trade here would be that loss times 5. Then I would add the amount of lot size that I used here times by 5. So it makes it easier for you to come back and say, okay, I'm trying to make 1,000 bucks from this trade, so I'm gonna go here with that mindset. So guys, I think for us now, we're gonna wait for 3:30, or somewhere around 2. I'll come and check it and see what happened. But now let's go on 1 hour to see where we're gonna be entering. So you see why this area is very, I'm very tired, guys. Been doing this since morning, but yeah. So I was gonna say this is the area of consolidation, but this has been here from yesterday as well. One, because this was an area it never broke above or below. So we're still in an undecisive movement, because we're wondering if it's gonna go up. It's gonna push all the way up there. But I feel over this, man, could be double bottom, man, for 1 hour. Yeah, this could be a very nice double bottom. At least it should go somewhere around here. If it wants to continue down, it will continue down from there. But however, we don't work with assumptions. We work with what the market tells us. We work with whatever the chart tells us to follow. So currently at the moment, knowing that it might not even break above here, might just come here to retest so that it gives us more sell. We're going to respect our time. We're going to respect that we don't enter any trades of buy anytime before 3:30 unless it was a continuous from yesterday of a buy. We don't enter trades before it breaks and show us which direction it's taking. So we can have another small box somewhere around here. Actually, this one we can move it. Let's move this box to a smaller box so that we get to see the move a bit sooner. So we have this here. I can simply put it here. All right. We have this here. Let me see something. Okay, yeah. So we have this here. So if it doesn't break above here, it means we're looking for sell opportunities. But if it breaks above here, it means we're now looking for buy opportunities, and this is going to work as a standpoint for it to continue to go up at least somewhere around here. But for every area, we're going to wait and see if it's breaking or not. So when we get here around this area, we're also going to be waiting to see, does it break? If it breaks, it continues to go up. If it doesn't break, now we're looking at this as a support area or this as a support area, depending where it breaks when it goes down again. So guys, trading, that's what it's all about. Respect the setup, respect your analysis, respect your setup. As you can see, this is now a retest level, right? If I drag it all the way up, this is a retest level. So this is a retest level which we're gonna have to take note of once it start pushing all the way up, because it could get stuck here and push downwards some more as well. So you go with what the market tells you. You build momentum with it. You don't just jump in, but with Nasdaq, please respect the times. If you can respect the time session, you will get it proper. I think I've survived Nasdaq for this long simply because of that. I've been able to respect time, and having a trade plan has also helped me to always remind myself not to do the same mistakes over and over again. So guys, I tried to keep this one short, but I couldn't. I failed. I talk a lot, I think, so that's still a challenge. But I'm also new into delivering this kind of type of content the way I do. I would usually do this personally, where I would say I have an hour. So now I'm doing it digitally, and I'm thinking, you know, when I take longer, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Unlike as to when you have people here. So also I want to introduce Zoom sessions going forward, seeing how we can be able to articulate this, and so that you guys can also be able to ask me questions if you want. But yeah, guys, please subscribe, please share, tell your friends. This is for free, including our Telegram group, also for free. I'll be giving out more signals during the day. We started with our first signal today because we used to have WhatsApp. So recently just opened a Telegram channel, which we started using probably officially from Monday. But only today we started having our first signal in there. So, but there's going to be more going forward, because we now have moves that we have set up today. So we're going to be continuing from there going forward. Thank you very much, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.